Now, let's move on to other stories. Residents of Taraba State say they can now sleep with their two eyes closed thanks to the security measures put in place by Governor Agbu Kefas in collaboration with the federal government. Senior reporter Bola has more.
Before the Tinubu-led administration, Taraba State had faced various security challenges ranging from kidnapping and banditry to communal conflicts and other crimes. However, the narrative has changed as relative peace has returned to the 16 local government areas of the state, with farmers returning to their previously deserted communities.
In Taraba State here, one of the things I will give to the president is since the inception of the president 2023, the security situation in Taraba has improved tremendously, and also with the effort of Governor Agbu Kefas, who has ensured that a synergy between the government, between the security agencies, the farmers have returned to the farms, and people can sleep with their two eyes closed in Jalingo as we speak.
The federal government, as led by President Tinubu, and the state government, as led by Governor Agbu Kefas, have exhibited a good sense of synergy, and that has translated to safer farmlands, safer communities. We used to have unsafe communities in southern Taraba, central Taraba, and northern Taraba. But recent reports have indicated that we have relative peace and people are going about their legitimate business without being molested, without being harassed. Kidnapping has reduced, and there is relative peace all over Taraba State as a result of the federal government's effort in synergy with the state government.
In an effort to sustain the momentum, Governor Agbu Kefas says he remains determined to protecting lives and properties of all citizens.
I must express gratitude at this point to Mr. President Bola, Tinubu, for his directional leadership and openness in dialogue, the military and security agencies for their vigilance in keeping our state safe.
Earlier this year, more than 40 people lost their lives in communal clashes in Karim Lami, the local government area, before the swift intervention of security agencies. Security personnel in collaboration with local communities are now working round the clock to ensure that Taraba remains safe for all residents.
TVC News senior reporter Olabi joins me for more on this. Olabi, you mentioned that residents say they can now sleep with their two eyes closed. What visible changes on the ground reflect this improved security? Are we talking about reduced attacks, increased patrols, or simply a stronger sense of safety among locals?
Let me begin by highlighting the security situation in Taraba State before the coming of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Governor Agbu Kefas. It is important for people to understand where we were then and where we are now. Honestly, in the past, not a single day went by without reports of killing across the three senatorial districts of Taraba State. The state was completely overwhelmed by security challenges. For instance, in the southern Taraba State, there's a farming community called Patisiwa, inhabited by the Yanda people. A bandit in a day invaded the community and killed over 200 people in a single day. The surviving resident has to flee to Jalingo, the state capital. Even the bandit go ahead, trace the monarchy of that community to eliminate him. Glory be to God that he was saved there. In the northern senatorial district, I just talk of the south. In the north, there are constant crises between the TV and Joko and the Fulani community. These are all the issue on ground before the coming of President Tinubu. Even the state capital was not even safe.
Right.
The secretary to the state, no, the chief press director to governor, the then governor, Daro Sishaku, was kidnapped in the state capital.
Yeah, Olabi, because of our time, while residents are optimistic, what were experts or security sources saying about sustaining this peace, especially with the dry season approaching, when clashes over land and grazing routes often resurface?
Yeah. Now this security situation has drastically improved in Taraba State. But there's a hope that there will be bomber harvest this time around, because most of the Sate community, the farmer has returned back to their community. But there are still an issue on ground. If we talk of the southern Taraba State and the northern Taraba State, there are some people that are yet to return back to their family community, which people are expecting the governor to take proactive measure and help them to resettle them. Particularly the TV community in this southern Taraba State has been deserted. Over 2,000 houses is now empty. People are calling on the governor to return the displaced community so that they can involve in this year farming activities.
Absolutely. Well, senior reporter Ola Biadenusi, thank you so much for that update. Thank you. Olamide, quite interesting developments coming from Taraba State and indeed Osun State. It was good that Taraba State government, in collaboration with the federal government, are putting hands on the deck to fight against insecurity so that the people can go to bed, sleep.
I like the question you asked about the dry season coming and where more farmers will be going to the farms, and that's where we'll see firsthand if the security situation is really, improving. I know that it seems like an optimistic situation, but more effort still, needs to be done. And there still needs to be a lot of collaboration with, those residents in those communities. There's no way security, can be improved without the assistance of security. And so I'm all for, improvement, anything that will make the average resident in Taraba, when you walk up to any residence, they can